G'day viewers, Retro Man is back with another movie magazine episode. I will be taking a look at movie 81 number 4, Bows on the cover. Wow. Stay tuned for more.
Coming to you from a basement studio somewhere down under, it's the 80s Show with Australia's Retro Man. On tonight's show, Retro Man dusts off his magazine collection and shows you issue 4 of movie 81. Well, what are we waiting for? Lights, camera, Retro Man.
G'day viewers, Retro Man here and welcome to the 80s Show. Now in this episode, I will be talking about movie 81 number 4. That's right guys, I'm back with another episode of our movie magazine series, and this one here has Bo Derek on the cover. It's for the film Tarzan the Ape Man. Wow. And we've got Miles O'Keeffe as Tarzan in the corner. So this should be a lot of fun guys. Let's have a look through the magazine. So this is the cover for movie 81 number 4. We've got a very revealing shot there of Bo Derek in Tarzan the Ape Man. And there's Tarzan in the corner, Miles O'Keeffe. And it says here, Bo's new movie mate. So let's have a look inside. We've got a poster here for Honky Tonk Freeway. That was a bit of a bizarre comedy. And on the table of contents here, we've got a shot of the actress Linda Stoner. She was actually in the Brian Trenchard Smith film Turkey Shoot. So let's get into it. Tarzan the Ape Man. This was the big Tarzan film out in 81. And I tell you what, this was hot stuff with Bo Derek and Miles O'Keeffe, and some nice colour photos there. And we've also got some great black and white stills once again on the second page. I mean, this film also had Richard Harris in there and John Philip Law, and it was a big production, and it kind of made a bit of money. It made a dent at the box office, but the critics hated it. Anyway, guys, there's another shot of Miles O'Keeffe. He actually doesn't talk at all pretty well in this film. I mean, he's the silent Tarzan, and yeah, he definitely is the silent stoic type, and some people really like his portrayal and others thought, nah, but it gave him a career. There's a advertisement for Drum cigarettes, and we've got a double page on Escape from New York with Kurt Russell, the John Carpenter film. This is a cult classic, and there's a great double page on that. And we've also got Lion of the Desert with Oliver Reed, and we've got Turkey Shoot. As I mentioned, it was on the table of contents, a Brian Trenchard Smith film, and that's a very violent exploitation film, an Oz exploitation film, if you will. And we've got a double page here on Heaven's Gate, the Michael Cimino film that went south, this 3-hour epic that kind of bombed. Christopher Walken and Chris Christopherson were in that. A couple of pages falling out here. This is Brooke Shields and her teen opus Endless Love with Martin Hewitt. That was an interesting film at the time. It set the cash registers ringing. And we've also got Sean Connery in one of his non-Bond films. This is Outland. That's a very interesting sci-fi flick. So there we go. We've got Zorro the Gay Blade. This is with George Hamilton. That's an entertaining spoof on the Zorro genre. And we've also got The Man from Snowy River. I mean, Tom Burlinson, Sigrid Thornton, and of course this man here, Kirk Douglas, added some dramatic weight to a very great Australian film that was. And we've got a single page, on Chariots of Fire, and a page here on The Killing of Angel Street, which is also an Australian film. And we've got a double on Blowout. This is the John Travolta film directed by Brian De Palma. In fact, some people think Travolta gives one of his best performances in this film. It's definitely one great thriller to watch. So we've also got the fun and mayhem and car stunts of the Cannonball Run. Yes, Burt Reynolds is back, and along for the ride is Roger Moore, Farrah Fawcett, Dom DeLuise, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. I mean, that was a load of fun. The critics didn't think much of it, but the public adored it. And we've got a great lift out here poster of Roger Moore in the Cannonball Run. So moving right along now, we've got an interesting film here. I hope I haven't missed a page. No, I haven't. We've got Race to the Yankee Zephyr with Ken Wall and George Papard, and that was an interesting adventure film. And we've got a page here on Inside Moves with John Savage, and a nice poster there, a very impressive poster actually, for Tarzan the Ape Man, directed by John Derrick. And Under the Rainbow, this is a bizarre film. It stars Chevy Chase, and if there's some Chevy Chase fans out there, this is definitely an oddity in his filmography. I mean, even Carrie Fisher is in this thing, and yeah, it's definitely an obscure Chevy Chase film. So moving right along, that's an advertisement there. And next up is Stallone in the soccer film Escape to Victory. What a film this was. I think this is an underrated film. You've got Stallone as a goalkeeper. You've got Michael Caine in this as the coach. And it has a World War II backdrop. And it's an exciting film directed by John Huston. It also features the great World Cup soccer player Pele. I mean, he was one of the greatest, wasn't he? So we've also got Fox and the Hound here, and we've got a advertisement for National Panasonic Power. And moving right along, who's this guy? It's actually John Blake, who was touted as the new Mel Gibson, and John Blake sadly faded away after a near tragic accident on the set of The Light Horseman, but they're promoting him and his film Freedom here. And we've got $1 Million Memories area here. This is Betty Davis, and I mean, those Betty Davis eyes are on show for all to see. And moving right along, we've got a bit of an advertisement there for a couple of spicy films. And we've also got a movie briefs. And who's in the movie briefs here? We've got The Four Seasons with Alan Alda, Carol Burnett, Jack Weston and Rita Moreno. And we've also got a still here of Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder in Stir Crazy. And the Kentucky Fried Movie is also showing up. That was a wacky comedy. And a few other things here. So moving right along, there's a soundtracks area with Clash of the Titans, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and Altered States. And Scanners, wow, that's falling out of the book. That was a horror film. And we've got a movie crossword. And let's see what we have at the back here. Some movie books. Actually, there was a book at the time called Tarzan of the Movies, and it goes into some depth there on that film. That's a bit of an oddity now. And what have we got here? We've got a shot here. What is this all about? Raw. I remember that film, Raw. It was all about a family who was living with the animals and things got out of control. And we've also got a great poster there for Raiders of the Lost Ark. Indiana Jones, the new hero from the creator of Jaws and Star Wars. And we've got our usual cigarette commercial on the back of the magazine. But that's it, guys. That's movie 81. Number 4, and it was only $1, and you could buy this from the concession stand of your cinema. So that was a blast looking back on that magazine. So there we have it, guys. That's movie 81, number 4. Bo Derek, I mean, very impressive cover. And there was a lot of great movies inside, like Escape to Victory with Stallone, and also we had Burt Reynolds in the Cannonball Run. That's a fun flick. And there was even George Hamilton as Zorro. So Brooke Shields, of course, is in Endless Love. I mean, that was a big movie. So there was a lot happening in 81, and that was a great look back. Anyway, guys, keep watching the 80s show. I mean, I have a lot more coming your way when it comes to movie magazines. Keep a lookout for my next episode. In the meantime, please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Retro Man, living the dream, 80s style. Stay gold.
Thanks for watching. Retro Man will return faster than a boomerang and with more surprises than a jumping kangaroo. Please subscribe and good night, viewers.